Let's talk about the 7A just kind of quickly before we take a break here. This is the TikTok, this is the cheaper mid-range phone that is going to get introduced at a time when the 8 Pro is...
No, 7
Or 7 Pro is on sale.
7 Pro's on sale for $599.
And it's
is it still going on right now?
Yeah, it's all week.
The Pixel 7, which is a great little phone.
Yeah.
It really is. Both my kids have that phone, and every time I pick it up, I'm like, this is a good phone.
Yeah.
Great camera, great build quality, all that stuff. Pixel 7 right now is $350, brand new, unlocked. So how do you introduce the 7A that is not as good as the Pixel 7? Like, there's nothing it does that's better. I don't think there's a single thing. Like, everyone's excited that it's going to get a 90 hertz screen because the A series has never had that. Well, that's nice. That's good. But it's probably going to have
7 already has that, though.
Right. It's going to have a plastic backing, most likely. They've always done that. I'd be shocked if it had glass.
So no wireless charging.
I don't know. I don't understand what is the play at this point then.
It either has to be extremely cheaper or it's the same phone, essentially. I mean, it's
a little smaller.
It doesn't make any sense unless they are really planning on just clearancing out the 7 and being done with it. But they're going to have to get more in line with what like Samsung does, where you have two relatively distinctly different phones that come out, and then you have your flagship. Like the Pro needs to be a different device.
Yeah.
And then your 7 and your 7A or your A series or whatever need to be, enough gap in between them.
Does Samsung do their FE, or is it the FE that's their mid-range,
I haven't seen
high-end,
the FE in a while.
so they don't do one every year.
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so.
I don't think there was a 22. The 21 was I don't know. I know Apple doesn't do an SE phone except every 2 years, I think.
Yeah.
And there's rumor when Google's whole roadmap leaked, there's rumors that that's what Google's going to move to as well. So a Pixel 7 Pro or a Pixel Pro that, like you said, a little bit more like Samsung Ultra,
Right.
iPhone Max, whatever. And then just kind of a regular normal phone. And then every couple years an A phone comes out that's just a mix of all those things. That would make a lot more sense than what they're doing right now. Like this feels like the OnePlus days when they were releasing a new phone every 6 months.
Yeah.
And you're like,
And this all kind of
other one
started
just
with the
come
4.
out?
Yeah, it all kind of started when the A series came on. The 5A, they kind of ran into the same situation where it's like, and the 5A is really great, but then you've got this, and when it goes on sale, it's like,
well, the 5A was even worse because remember the 5A followed the 5, and the Pixel 5 was super weird.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
That didn't even make any sense.
Like
at
confused
least
phone.
the 3A, I felt like because of the pricing structure, the Pixel 3 and 3 XL were more expensive enough that when the Pixel 3A came and it was $350, it was like, cool, there's a couple $100 off, you get a Pixel still. And then the 4A was kind of the same thing. I think the 4A, the Pixel 4 and 4 XL were a little overpriced. 4A made sense. 5 got all jacked up because of COVID and the Pixel 5 just being weird. It was a mid-range phone already. And then you mix that with, that was super weird, the Pixel 5. Because remember, it had 5A with 5G.
right.
And it was bigger than the Pixel 5.
Yeah.
That was super weird. And it feels like it just went off the rails at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the 6A was like, oh, it's going to right the ship. And it was kind of the same thing last year, but at least there was a differentiation between the 6 and the 6A. There were a couple things that you knew were different. And did the 6 go on sale like this? I don't remember this
I don't
deep
know.
discounts.
No.
Like $100 off or something.
Yeah.
So you get
you
it
had
down
your
to
carrier
500.
deals, but other than that,
And it was like $350 to $500,
Yeah.
so okay, cool. When you start talking about a $400 or $500 device, $150 off is a huge chunk. That's good. But now we're like, okay, the 7's cheaper than the 7A, and even when they go back up to full price, it's $600 and $500. If the rumor holds,
yeah.
and there's $100 worth just not going and getting the 7. And are you telling me that at this point, the 7's not at least going to be $50 or $100 off on a regular basis? Like,
Right.
I don't know. The whole thing's super weird. It's going to be interesting to see how they
How they
try to
package it
position
or how they
Yeah,
structure
like,
it. Yeah.
So, I mean, if
I
it
have
comes
no
in at
idea.
like $399, then it's like, well, now what about the 7? Either way you go, one of the phones is going to take it in the foot. I mean,
Yeah, I don't think they can both survive, and
No.
that's a problem with your release cycle. Like if
Yeah.
you're releasing phones that are cannibalizing your other phones, that's no good.
right.
And the one idea that we kind of tossed around is maybe with carrier deals and stuff, the 7A will just be
It's the freebie.
they'll just give it
Yeah.
away like
I mean,
hotcakes.
I'm getting text messages today about what's the new Samsung that their A series just came out
Yeah.
this week.
Oh, yeah.
Like you can go pick up free one right now.
Yeah.
You know,
So I could see them doing that.
Maybe
And
that's the play.
thing.
I don't know. It's an interesting device to get released when your flagship devices are this discounted.
Yeah, and it
pretty
feels like in an
strange.
age as people are keeping phones longer and longer and wanting better support cycles for longer periods of time, like you just need to
Yeah.
reevaluate. And I feel like from what we've seen, there's a good chance that the 7A is the beginning of a kind of a new cycle of release dates for Google. So we'll see if that's the case.
We'll know more here soon. It's
Yeah.
good. Like IO's right around the corner.
May 10th. I mean, we're
Like,
not far.
Oh my gosh.
I think literally just under 6 weeks,
Yeah.
or just over 6 weeks, I think.
Yeah. So we'll know more soon, and I would imagine maybe there will be some more leaks as we get a little closer.
Probably. I mean, there's not that much more to leak.
No, I know, right? Yeah.
Unless it's like we know 100% this
Here
is
it
how much
is.
it'll cost, when
This
it's going
is
to
it.
ship.
Yeah.
Like some of that stuff, I guess,
Yeah.
could leak.
Hey, everyone, thanks so much for watching this clip of the Chromecast podcast. This is just a little segment of the full show. If you liked this and you want to watch the whole show, it's linked down in the show notes. The description, not the show notes.
Not show notes.
It's just down there.
He's in podcast mode.
Yep.
If you're
Other way.
if you're on YouTube, it's the description.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
They
Go
get
down there. It's linked. You can check it out. All right. But if you like this content, give us a thumbs up. Go down there and click subscribe and click the notification bell. We'll catch you in the next one. See ya.